Hello and welcome. Go ahead and turn our cameras on if you can. I'm just trying to figure out where everybody went on my screen. Hi, Marcy. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Scott. Um, my technology has been giving me a run for my money lately. Let me tell you, I'm like, where is everything? Oh, good to be here with everyone. Hi, Pam. Welcome. Yeah, if you can turn your camera on, you're more than welcome. We might have, there we go. We might have a couple more people pop in as we get going. We'll see. Yeah. So it's so good to see you. There's Stephen and Hannah. You can turn your camera on when you're ready. And Scott, if you can. Hi, good to see you. Mm. It's so fun. I feel like some of you I've seen all weekend and been with you for the last few days. Like to spend lots of time with you. It's so good. Yeah. So welcome. We've got Hannah here with us today. You guys all remember Hannah. Hannah, you can pop on and say hello if you'd like.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm the VP of PAWS.
For
Happy
those of
to be here with y'all today.
Yeah, yeah, happy to be here with you, Hannah. Yeah. I think some of you met her at our first session. We could put a pause on it. Yeah. Well, it was so interesting. It made a noise. So it was weird. I've never gotten had a noise from the chat box before.
Oh, that's
It
funky.
it's Mercury retrograde.
You know
Sorry,
so much.
sorry to pop that
I
in.
know. Yeah, I'll share with you all because you were all except for Scott. I know you couldn't make it yesterday, but most of you were at the meditation yesterday. And whenever that thing happened with the microphone and I came back in, it didn't start recording again. So we don't have a full recording, but thankfully I did a backup recording and I'm almost done editing that video, so I'll have it out for you this weekend because it felt so important. But I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even record this session. Oops. So, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and just start with a minute of silence. But before we do that, Stephen Oakton, you had your microphone open. I just wanted to, if you had something you wanted to say, I wanted to hold space for
Not really. I think I
that.
just got the wrong button. It's good to be here.
Yeah, saying hello. It's good to be here with you too. Cool. Well, we're going to do a minute of silence, but I want to carry this theme, something that's been in my own life for the last couple days, and that's of joy and of laughter. So let's see where we can just bring some joy and laughter into this session today. Whatever that might be, if something I say even kind of gives you a little tickle in your tummy and you just kind of laugh about it, let yourself laugh about it, right? We want to feel joyful because one of the things I understand doing this work, especially working in animal welfare, human welfare, right? Service for humankind, is there's so many places we could look and feel the opposite of joy. It's so easy to see that out in the world, right? And finding our joy, connecting with our joy, letting ourselves experience that actually takes a different type of will. It takes a different type of awareness and allowing, even. Like, are we going to allow ourselves to be happy, even in the midst of everything going on, even in the midst of something we understand to be not what we want? Right? Can we still feel joy? And I think that's one, one of our greatest lessons that we must learn is to feel joy even in the midst of it all. So let's see what we can do to bring that in. But now we're going to just do a minute of silence just to kind of drop in together, do it in your own way, connect with your heart, whatever feels good to you. And I'll call you out in a moment. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. What a precious thing that we're doing. I think that, you know, something that always, I've shared this with some of you before, but something that always gives me momentum and helps me return to my heart is remembering I'm not doing it alone and that I'm not alone. And that's actually perfectly fitting for us and for our start today. I decided I'd pull a card for us this morning for our session and for, for just how can we help the animals in the world a little better? What do we need to know? What do we need to know that can help us show up more fully for ourselves, for our friends, and for our animals, right? For our animal companions, whether they're ours or a friend's, or we just see them out in the world, or we're just walking through nature and we're hearing, the birds and the squirrels yell at you to get away from their trees, and, just whatever it is. And it's so perfect because we actually had two come out, but I'm only going to read one. And one of which was the one I'm just going to share is the antelope came to visit us this morning or afternoon for some of you to let us know that life is about to speed up, and it has been speeding up. And things are going to move a lot quicker than we maybe are really ready for. But if we can remember to find our center, if we can remember to find our heart, then that's all we need. And we can move in presence and awareness as things move quickly, right? Because even if things are moving quickly, the more present we are, the more centered we feel, and it doesn't feel chaotic, right? It feels pretty easy. So, but then the card that I'm going to read to us is so cute. It's the otter. And I'll have to like include this in the follow-up email so you can get the full picture. But it's two little otters nested in a heart. You can't really see it very well on the camera. And that one of them's got his like little neck nuzzled over the other one. And the meaning of this card is you are never alone. We are never alone. So I'm going to read this to us before we get going. And I just want you to hold in your heart how you can bring this into your own life with your relationship with yourself, you, the one you, because from you stems all other relationships, right? Including that we have with our animal companions, right? Our relationship with ourselves influences how we interact with the world around us. So today I'm going to start with the reversed message, and then we're going to end with the positive message. I was hearing recently, I'm like, I think I need to do that from now on. So here we go. So the reversed is, have you been channeling all your affection to just one person, or counting on only one friend or individual to hold you up, heedless of your resources all around you? You deserve support and love from many people. And when Otter Spirit arrives, you are reminded that you have a community. Somewhere is another friend who wants to experience the joy of giving to you and seeing your happiness as you receive their gift of attention, affection, and kindness. Otter Spirit wants you to open your eyes to see the love that is available to you from all directions. Do you believe it? Do you feel it? Reach out to someone and you will see that they want to hold your hand as much as you want to hold theirs. Love, support, and friendship are available to you, so connect with community and friends. How perfect for all of us here today, right? So then like, like normal message, the oracle message is, like true friends, otters nurture each other and express their affection through touch. Actions such as holding hands and giving hugs offer reassurance that we were never really alone and that we are always cherished. Otter Spirit has appeared to remind you to experience and express friendship in a tangible and even tactile way. Communicate with your voice, your facial expressions, your gestures, and your actions, letting your love express itself beyond just the words you speak. Otter Spirit's message is that presence matters. So remember to be fully present with those you care about, helping them sense the love and affection and appreciation you have for them. Now is a time for a joyful celebration of the love in your life that expresses as friendship and companionship. Hug someone, touch their arm, or simply look into their eyes with your full attention, saying, I care and you matter. Make time for friendship. Otter Spirit promises that the moment you reach out, you will remember that you too have many who love and care about you. You are never alone and you are always loved. Aww. I think that's a very sweet message for us all to remember today. Maybe we can just take a nice deep breath into that. And this is fitting because we can breathe into the reminder that we do have a soul tribe. We have a tribe of individuals around the world who are like-hearted and like-minded, and we aren't alone. And it's beautiful because, one of the reasons why I feel so drawn to helping animals is because of this exact thing, is that growing up, I felt so alone. I felt so unseen and different and like I didn't fit in with most people. But there was a place I always fit in. That was with the cats, that was with the dogs. That was in, going to the fair and going and hanging out with the goats and feeding them hay or whatever's on the ground it's like, alfalfa. Like those grass, I'm just rambling. But, those moments were so important to me. They were so important, and I never felt alone in the presence of an animal.
I think it's very fitting too that it's otters, because if you think about the nature of otters, they're one of like the first things that they represent is playfulness and joy
So
and like
good.
the light-hearted, just like spreading fun and joy. So I think that's quite fitting as well.
It's perfect. It's perfect. And so how can we do that more in our life? That's our inquiry right now for ourselves. How can we remember, one, we're not alone. We've never been alone. And those animals that are out there, that this is what my heart does. It goes, oh, they're alone. How can they be alone if we're not alone? How that's such an interesting thing that we do as humans, right? We put things in situations that maybe they're actually not in. If angels are always tending to us, if we've always got, a higher power behind our back taking care of us, isn't that the same for these beautiful creatures, regardless of the environment they're in? And so when we focus our intention, like we're going to do today, and our will and our attention, then we're actually praying for them. We're sharing these messages for them, and we're helping, you know, powers greater than us help them. Even though I think they're probably doing that a lot more often than my human self wants to like believe sometimes. Okay, so I don't know. I want to just do something a little different today. I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious about maybe a joyful memory you might have with an animal that you've shared. And you might, it might not just come to mind right away. We aren't trying to root through the brain to find it. So maybe we could just close our eyes and come into our hearts and just check in with that beautiful heart. I love that you're laughing, Hannah.
I just maybe I should share it. I can't help but think of the time Zero flew up those stairs.
Yeah.
Uh, so we were staying at Khadijah's house for it could have been 4th of July, just one of the times I go up and visit, and one of my dogs is this Doberman, and it was the last night of the trip, and she was in the living room, and we were at the top of the stairs, and at the end of the stairs, there's like a bar, where you can put keys and stuff, and then the couch is over here. And for the first time, just unprompted, when we were like, Zira, come here, she went and she pounced off of that medium and just flew up the stairs. It was like she was Superman flying up the stairs. And it was completely out of nowhere. She was calm, relaxed, like laying down, and then decided to just fly up the stairs. And it was the funniest thing we had seen that whole week. It was just great. It made us just laugh super hard for like 10 solid minutes.
It was pretty beautiful. We sat on the floor and just laughed. And like I think Jacob, her partner, came out and was like, "What is wrong with you girls? What are you doing?"
Like Zero can fly. Our dog can fly. You didn't know it, but our dog can fly now.
So good. Yeah, I love it. What's so funny is just real quick. So she was on the couch, right? And the medium is like as it's like up to my chest. So she had to like jump onto that, and then she cleared all of the stairs and landed on the top of them. So it was amazing. It was just we were like, I've never seen such a feat of like athletics before at 2 in the morning, like when we're supposed to be going to bed. Okay. Stephen, you have your hand up. Why don't you share what you've got?
Decades ago, literally, my wife and I, we wanted to get dogs. So I went to a breeder up in rural Connecticut who bred Siberian Huskies. And she had this beautiful place. It was a huge barn and it was converted into a place for dogs. So they all had their all stalls, and it was just really nice. I walked in the middle and I knelt down. I went, and my dog came running right over to me, did the zoomies all around us. I turned to the lady, I said, "That's my dog." Yeah, there was like 30 dogs there, but she's the only one that came. I think that was a dead giveaway. Well, the lady said her tail doesn't quite meet like a Siberian Husky's would, so I have to have her neutered or whatever. I said, okay, they they can't, when they're breeders, they can't let dogs out to be bred with malfunctions.
Yeah,
That was the nicest place I've ever seen a bunch of dogs, was that barn. I'll never forget it.
oh,
They're
that's
also
so
happy.
cool. So cool. Yeah, that's something about that, right? Like seeing an animal smile and seeing an animal happy. I mean, we've all experienced that before. This like that feeling where you're just like, "Oh," right? It's just so sweet. It is
Let me just
so
follow up
sweet.
with you. She was a
Yeah.
beautiful Siberian Husky, female. Then we decided to get another one, so we got a Malamute. And the Malamute was like 125 pounds, but his legs were really short, so he was really cute. But he would keep trying to mate with the Siberian Husky, who of course was fixed, and she'd just look at him like, just freeze him in his tracks. It was incredible. And she would walk around the flowers. He,
Oh.
being the big clunky male, would go through the garden. She'd just stand there and look at him with him.
Oh, it's so
Most
cute.
amazing.
That's
I like
wonderful.
they were the best.
Oh, that's so sweet. You've had your hands full with those two. I'm certain of it. Yeah.
But they'd rather be outside than inside.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And they would dig depressions in the ground for the winter so they get down below the wind area.
Uh-huh.
And we'd have trouble bringing them in unless it was really hot out. Then they wanted to come in.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
I had a harness that I put on both of them, and then have two leashes, and then we go running down the street together and go through the woods. We
It's so cool.
walk
Oh,
forever.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's so great. So let's just carry this into I love this. This is so much fun. Thank you, Stephen, for that. That was just like I feel my cheeks are already burning just from smiling through that whole thing. So I appreciate that.
If you want to know it, I figure I'll give you some.
Yeah. Yeah, we love them. Yeah, so good. Marcy.
I'll just do a quick one
Mhm.
because we haven't had dogs for a long time, but we both my husband and I love dogs. My mother-in-law has a Labradoodle. And just a beautiful, beautiful dog. And the last time we were visiting, of course, he does all sorts of charming things, and he's so fluffy, and he gets his bath, and he's all, you know, beautiful. And you go through that soft, soft hair. It's just like velvet almost, you know. Um, but the funny thing is that we were sitting there watching something on TV in the evening, not news, but something else, something joyful. And 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 Finley came over and he has this big box with his toys and he started to flip through them and he flipped everything out of his box, which, means that, well, I just want a little attention. That's all, you know. Stop watching that TV. About me,
It's so sweet.
all the
Oh,
toys are out.
I love it. Oh, I love
It's
it.
so cute.
It's so cute. Yeah, it's so sweet. So, Rufus, who's our newest addition to the sanctuary, right? He's our little puggle mix, and he loves to suck on pillows. It's just the most adorable thing ever. But he has one pillow that he's basically we've given to him as his own because otherwise, I mean, he steals all the pillows in the house. There is no pillow safe, like at all. No matter what, there's just no pillow safe. And even like the dog beds, he tries to carry those around in his mouth. It's just kind of silly because they're like 5 times as big as him. But so he's so cute because he'll try to take his pillows outside, and no, those need to stay inside. Those are your inside things. But Luna, who's my little lab beagle, her and Rufus are like two peas in a pod, and they will both drag around a pillow with either side of it clamped in their mouth, and they'll just walk together, dragging this pillow. I think they're playing tug of war, but there's no like tugging going on. They're just walking with the pillow together on either side. I haven't gotten a picture yet, but when I do, I will send that because it is so precious. Cracks me up every time. So this is so good. So let's use this, right? This joy, these feelings that we're starting to generate right now, talking about these positive experiences as we go through our practice. So we're going to go into a meditation and we're going to, I'll lead us in, and then we're going to have a period where 3 to 5 minutes is just going to be the music and the video. And that's going to be time for you to do whatever, however, to send the love wherever, in whatever way you want to do it. And then, of course, the rest of the meditation, I'll just lead you and we'll see where we go. I'm like, I forgot to give you any sort of updates about what we're doing, but we'll do that at the end. We just got right into it. So it's a good place to be. So is everybody ready? Do you feel ready to drop in? You feel joyful? You feel like maybe you've had a good little coffee with a friend and you got a smile on your face? Wonderful. I'm gonna get my video set up if I can, as long as Mercury didn't take that. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Let's see. Um, Chat. Oh, that's so cool. Stephen, I just saw your comment in the chat. Your wife's name was Dancing Otter, and she was a dancer too. That's really sweet. How perfect. Okay. Um, okay, so before we actually begin, I want to just say one thing. I have a image on the screen. This is our video for today. And these events are called Pause for Pause. Because it's kind of like our animal sanctuary is going to start with dogs and cats and things. But I just want us to remind ourselves the importance of how so many animals don't necessarily have paws. They've got hooves, or they've got, other types of feet with other, with other names. And so when we're doing these meditations, we're including all animals. We're not just trying to, we're not just sending love to some animals, but we want to include all of the animals because there's so many around the world that are going through their own hardships in their own ways, right? Whether it's from, domestic issues, which we've all talked about, whatever. And then there's other things going on in the world like floods and fires and whatnot. We want to see those animals safe and held and joyful, finding their ways to their families, to their, to their spaces and safety, and just really making sure that we're sending this love out as far and wide as we can. Something that I've been thinking about personally is how important a focused intention is with our attention when we're doing this work, right? Because it's energy and we're made of energy. And when we focus our attention and our awareness with that energy, we send it somewhere and it does powerful work. And so today, just make sure that your intention is solid for the meditation. And I'll guide us through a little thing to do our intention. Just make sure that is solid so you know where you're placing your attention. Does that make sense? Intention is good so we know where we're placing our attention. And we leave no paws or hooves behind. So, okay, we'll go into it now. For this meditation, you're more than welcome to leave your eyes open. Just use the visuals on the screen, or you can close them and let your own heart and mind guide the visions behind your closed eyes. Whatever works best for you, go ahead and settle into that comfortable space. And gently begin deepening your breath. As your breath deepens, allow it to flow into your sacred heart space, right in the center of your chest. Feel your heart expand with the breath. With each breath out, feel your body relax into joy. Breathing in, letting the heart expand. Breathing out, feeling into joy. And with the awareness in the heart, go ahead and take the next few moments to set your own intention for where you will place your attention and energy today. continue holding this intention in your heart and mind as you return to your heart-focused breathing. Feeling your heart expand and fill with love. And as you breathe out, feel this love ripple out into the field that holds you. Each breath is an opportunity for your heart to expand even more. It's an opportunity to feel the love that exists within your own heart. And allow it to flow all around you. Allowing the exhales to begin carrying this love further and further with each breath. With your heart open wide, allow yourself to reconnect with your intention for your practice today. Allow your attention to settle here and your energy to become magnified by the love of your heart. And for the next few minutes, as the music continues to play, allow yourself to send your love, your energy of your heart, to your specific intention into the animals of the world. Reconnect with your breath as you reconnect with your heart. Feeling that deep breath with the awareness in the heart. Now for the next few moments, allow your mind to wander and witness and see the world as it would be if all of these intentions were fully fueled and fully complete. Breathe a little deeper now. Feel yourself drop into your heart a little more. Feel the energy of your heart. Allow yourself to be present here with this energy now. For the next few moments, allow your own cup to be refilled by the love of your heart. Allow your own field to be fully restored with the love of your divine heart. Now, take 3 more deep breaths. Seal this practice and this intention in your heart. And then gently begin bringing your awareness back to the room or physical space that holds you. Letting the body move in any way it's called to move. And when you're ready, you can flutter your eyes open to this brand new now moment in present time. Mm. It's a good idea. If you have water, everyone should drink some water. Thank you for the reminder, Hannah. Really good when we're using energy and doing energy work. Thank you, everyone, so much for that. That was very fun for me. It was different, I think, but it was like I could see these pockets of intention just kind of being blasted out into different places in the earth and the whole earth. And that was really special. And my intention was to just fuel all of your intentions and then trickle a little into my animals here in my house. That was my intention. I was like, I just want to add to everything everyone else is holding. And then of course just let some fall on these cutie pies over here. So, all right, my dear friends, we have a few minutes. I'd love to hear maybe some experiences, maybe some intentions that you've set, whatever's been present for you. And then at the very end, I'll just share a couple of little updates.
Well, it's funny because part of my intention, I kind of held a few. Part of mine was to go to you for holding the space with the intention.
That's
So
good.
that's kind of funny.
Uh-huh.
Besides that, to all the animals whose lives are impacted by humans and stuff. And yeah, whether that be on the road or whatever. So
Yeah. Thank you, Hannah. It's cute. I love that. We got supercharged somewhere.
I just kept, sorry, Stephen. I just kept the joy because for me, the joy felt like it could be used for the animals, for the world around us, for people. And I also felt the animals being connected with people. And there is a joy with for the humans and the animals, their new lives coming up. And that kind of held the joy for me rather than thinking about the sadness, maybe that is, of course, a reality, but that that the new reality is being joined with families and lots of waggy tails and smiles and love.
Oh,
And then I was receiving love at the end. Sorry, and I'll just finish with that.
yeah. Beautiful. Thank you, Mercy. Love it. I'm glad that you felt yourself receiving love too. It's so important, right, that we refill our cup. That's can't forget that piece, which I think I sometimes do. So
My intention is to look into getting a kitty from the local animal shelter, see what's
oh,
involved. And if I
oh.
get a note from my doctor, my apartment people here will let me have one. So I'm kind of looking at it. But I can't
Yeah.
handle a dog right now, but a kitty be great.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it, Stephen. I'm so excited. Once you get your little kitty, you're gonna have to send us some pictures. Or well, you can come to one of these sessions too and just show us your sweet little your little baby. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Ah. Hmm. Stephen or Scott or Pam or Nellie, if you'd like to share, there's a little bit of time, no pressure. Mm.
I wrote mine in the chat. I started smiling at the very end, especially when you were talking about your own cup being full. I literally heard these words in my head and I wrote them. I oughter just say it. I love you guys.
Oh, I love that. That's so good. Yeah, that otter sure came through today with its playfulness, huh? It's so good. I'm so glad that we did that. It's so fun. Oh, I oughter just say it. I love you guys too. Mm, lovely. Yeah, it's so wonderful. I just really appreciate all of you and this taking this time to send love to animals, right? These sessions are special to me. They're fundraising events, so of course we really appreciate all of your support. You guys, donating when you sign up for these sessions. It's all so helpful for us right now. And these sessions are really special to me because it's what I can do right now while we're working everything else out, right? Because sometimes we feel like our hands are tied or we can't do everything we want to do and our soul wants to. It really wants to, but we can do something. And we did it today, and we always have that opportunity and that ability. Right. And so for me, they're just really special in that way. And so I thank you all for bringing your hearts in. And of course, those that watch the replay, because there's quite a few people that did sign up that will get the replay that couldn't come today. And so I just appreciate all of your hearts, right? Because every time we join together in community and focused attention and intention, even if our intentions are different, we're supercharging everybody's intentions, right? So it's a beautiful thing. I mean, I think about like the peace meditations. We've all heard about how crime goes down when people focus on peace in an area. And so we know that this is really doing some good, even if we never see direct evidence of what our hearts did today, we can trust that it made a positive impact. And that's what's so special. And, just for some kind of updates so you all know what we're up to, we're actually going to be bringing on three and volunteers and then one consultant that's going to help us in some different ways. They're all actually volunteers, but these three volunteers are going to help us do the things that I struggle with, which is marketing and spreading like out further beyond what I know, helping build connections. They're going to help us do strategic partnerships with people and things like that. And so you'll probably meet them at the next Pause for Pause. Um, Originally, we were going to have them start last week, but then we were just like, no, we want to make sure we're doing things well and we give ourselves space to make sure things are done well. So they're coming on this next Tuesday. So maybe we can all just send a nice little blast to them in the future that it's good to welcome them into this wonderful space. I'm very excited about that. It feels like the appropriate next step for us. Um, Two individuals are there in different parts of the US, but one individual is located directly here in good old Longmont, Colorado with us. So that's going to be extremely helpful as well. And then of course we're waiting on hearing back about our tax exempt status, but we've been told that could take up to 6 months. That's not on us, that's the government. That's the fun part. We just sit back and we send good intentions for that as well. And I know it'll be just fine. So we're just holding on to that. But the cool thing is that even if we get approved, or no, not even in, when we get approved for our tax exempt status, uh, from the date we applied, which would have been no, it's actually, I think it's for the whole year. Yeah. So since we started the business, all of those donations and everything would be tax exempt because they do like a back tracking for it once you're approved. So that's really good news for all of us here as well, because we've all donated to this organization. So in our own, yeah. So those are some fun little things, and we're just going to keep on hosting these events once a month. We're going to be doing probably some other fundraising events moving forward as we're onboarding these volunteers in, and they come up with really great ideas because that's kind of like why we're having them come in, is to help us in certain places where we need a little extra support. Let's see, Hannah, what else? Am I forgetting anything?
I think that's
The
I think that
most,
wraps it up.
the
Uh,
most primary. Yeah.
yeah. Just thinking, I mean, the only thing besides that is all the background stuff that's boring to tell people about, of all the forms and things we have to complete, have them sign. So it's like, yeah, that's basically it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I would say that's been a fun thing it's been a challenge, I think, for Hannah and myself, because we are making sure a lot of the stuff on the back end gets done properly. But it's been fun because it's stretching what we feel capable of or know how to do, and we're learning new things. And so that's really great. We do have our bonfire store. Hannah, you want to stand up a little bit, show your shirt?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
This
so
is
we
one of
have,
our designs. It says, love, meditate, rescue.
yeah.
Yeah. And then the back has a quote. I can't turn all the way around. My seat's too far forward,
Yeah,
but
that's okay.
it has our website at the bottom of it. And we're about to come out with a couple new designs this next week, if not before this next week. So,
Yeah. Hannah's been using her creative mind and creating some different things for those products. So that's exciting. And there's lots of little things that I'm not going to share yet because we know better with the power of manifestation. So we have a lot of little ideas and things behind the scenes. But right now we're just fundraising and manifesting that property. That's what we're up to right now because it's the most important thing. Oh, I think we lost Stephen Klein. Yeah. So right now we have to, the most important thing is that we actually find a facility because we need space in order to expand in the way we want to be able to do the really great service that we know we can do. Thank you, Scott. Wonderful to have you here with us. Yeah, we'll end in one moment. And so right now, really what we're looking for primarily is, angel investors, philanthropists, people that want to see this mission come alive, from a deeper way that can help with that kind of deeper financial support in a way. Um, and I think that, it's all perfectly aligned. Yesterday, I'm going to say this little piece and then we'll end it. I did this meditation with this group, with many of you here, on our future self. And that's really kind of where I've been living. And I really feel as though my future self, our future selves are really just calling us to them. They're like, hey, it's over here in the future. It's already done. Just keep doing this. And so we're just going to keep on keeping on, keep doing the good work. The one thing I can say to everybody just to kind of close is if you have any other opportunities, like Scott Thomas has the Awakening World, and Teresa Collins has the Global Coherence Pulse, and next week I'll actually be on both of those, so that'll be an exciting opportunity to share about these as well. But if you know of anybody or if you have any ideas for things like that also, where we could potentially be part of somebody else's experience and then just kind of share what we're up to so that we can get our word out there a little bit more broadly, feel free to just reach out and let me know. But otherwise, that's all I have for everybody today. I really appreciate your heart and your love, your support, and just your belief in us and what we're doing, because it is happening. It's not that it's going to happen, it's already happening.
We ought to keep doing it, following Pam's phrase.
Great.
Keep on. We ought to do it.
Yeah. We otter. We just otter. All right, my dear friends. You can feel free if you'd like to unmute to say goodbye. And otherwise, hopefully I'll see you all next week for Global Love Day, or no,
Coherence.
Global Coherence Pulse Day on August 1st. Okay.
Thank you all so
Okay.
much. It was so nice to be here and connect with y'all. Those watching the replay too, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Mm.
Yeah.
Love you all.
Love you all so much. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Okay. Lots of joy this week.
Yeah. Carry the theme through. Bye.
Bye-bye.